Hi, how you doing? This is Michael Potter, the Asset Protection Attorney, and I'm going to be walking you through your corporation binder today. Now, when I'm done, I know you're going to have some questions. That's fine. You can call me or any member of my staff. We're glad to help you. We formed your company. We are your registered agents, and you don't have to worry about pulling out your credit card because we're not going to sell you some mentorship program for $10,000 to $25,000. We don't do that kind of stuff. We're going to give you the straight skinny. So let's open up your binder. Let's walk through the left hand and right hand side. Now I'm going to do this sort of rapidly, so just bear with me. You can always email questions at the end when I'm done, all right? Left hand side, you're going to see a piece of paper stapled with the remaining documents that's called the checklist, and it says boldly, read this first. I'd like you to read that after you watch this video, okay? It'll give you a lot of good information. Right behind it, there are 3 documents that are time sensitive, and I'd like you to pull those out and fill them out and send them back to us. They are time sensitive, and we want to avoid any late fees from the Secretary of State. So they are in the corporation binder on the left-hand side, behind the corporation information pack. First of these is called the initial list of officers and directors. Initial list of officers and directors. Go down through there, put in the name of the person who will be the president, secretary, treasurer, and at least 1 director, but you can have more. And then at the bottom, sign that and date it. Right behind that is the ledger statement, something we have to have in case we get audited by the Secretary of State. The ledger statement, L-E-D-G-E-R. It tells the Secretary of State where physically your corporate record book is being held. Right behind that is the registered agent agreement. The registered agent agreement. Now, we've already formed your company. We are, in fact, your registered agent. We're already acting on your behalf. This just gives us written permission to do so, so we have it in the file in the event of an audit. We can show that, yes, we do have that. So if you would, take care of that and send it back. There's a fax number that you can send it to. We'll be glad to get that. If you want to, you can scan it and email it in as well. All right? Now let's look over on the right-hand side. On the right-hand side is a cover page that has the name of your company, a table of contents, and you'll see that those contents relate to the tabs on the right-hand side. So when you go down to those tabs, you can open them and it'll take you to those documents. So the very first one is the Articles of Organization. When you open that tab, what you're going to see is a plastic sheet, a document protector that protects your corporate charter. That's been issued by the Secretary of State. It authorizes you to begin your company operations as of that date, and you're going to need that document if you open any bank accounts, etc. If you'll turn that over, also in the document protector is a copy of your official Articles of Organization, Articles of Incorporation for your company. And you'll need that if you open a bank account. And then next to that, you'll see the ones that we wrote and submitted to the state to organize your company. Now, looking at the various tabs, probably one of the most important ones is the next tab over called the Bylaws. B-Y-L-A-W-S, bylaws. Effectively, that's the constitution of your company. It tells you how each participant will take part in the company, whether it's a shareholder, an owner, or a board member, or an officer. Now remember that the shareholders are the owners. The board of directors set policy and maintain the guidelines for the company, and then the arms and legs of the outfit are the officers, the president, secretary, treasurer, and so on. And the bylaws will describe their duties and how they are to operate. I'd like to suggest that after this video, you spend some time reading the bylaws. If you need them to be amended, please let me know. Send us an email. We'll be glad to take care of that for you. Now, as you page down through the various tabs and turn to them, you can page through there and you'll see some places where you need to sign and those will be in the minutes and resolutions of the company in your first board meeting. And then one of the last tabs that you'll have is the share certificates and ledger. The share certificates are the actual stock certificates that you will issue to the owners of the company. So those would be filled out as to their percentage of ownership and signed by the appropriate company officer. I'd recommend, rather than give them to the shareholders, it actually might be wiser to retain them in your corporation binder and maybe just give them a copy so that you've got the original inside your corporate ledger book. And then you'll see a ledger statement. It looks somewhat like a check register, and it's alphabetized. You just go down to the last letter or the alphabet letter of the last name of your shareholder, and you'd go in there, put their last name in, then their first name and so forth, their address, and fill in the appropriate information as to who the shareholders are. Now, when you're done with all of that, you'll have completed everything. And if you have sent in those time-sensitive documents on the left-hand side, the initial list, the ledger statement, and the registered agent agreement, you'll be in good shape. There's a couple of documents at the end, the EIN and the 2553 form. Those are both IRS forms. We'll be glad to help you with that right over the phone. If you'd like to call in, we'd be more than glad to talk to you. You can call us at 702-463-3788. And you can speak to any member of the staff, myself, Michael Potter, or Ann Janae, our senior paralegal, or Treva, Carol, Leah, or Coach Brian. We're all here to help you, and we are glad to do so. We can walk you right through the EIN, which you can actually get online, and we'll walk you right through the S-election form. You only have to do part one. That's the good news. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach us by email or phone. That's what we're here for. And again, we're not going to ask you to pull out your credit card and buy some mentorship program. Don't worry about that. We don't do that kind of stuff. We're here to satisfy you and help you get it started off on the right foot. And we look forward to working with you successfully in many years to come. I'm Michael Potter, and I look forward to hearing from you.